Next pose is a twist. Some schools call it Marichasana, some schools call it Vajrasaana. It's the sage twist. Very important to notice the sensation of lengthening. This is why we did all the former poses before we go into twisting the spine. If you twist the spine without lengthening it, you can compress it and cause problems, not just on a nerve level, but a muscular into the actual spinal column itself. So, with that said, first we're going to connect to the base. So we have 2 blocks here. This will all make sense why you have the 2 blocks. So just trust me on this. 2 blocks pressed between wall and your shin bone. Not your kneecap, but your shin bone. We're going to use a chair because it's easier to feel where your sit bones are at. Oftentimes in sitting yoga poses, people will sit in front of their sit bones, which will then automatically pull the lumbar spine forward and cause problems all the way up into the skull. So a chair is nice and high and most people can sit on their sit bones in a chair. So this is why we have this structure to teach this pose. First things, the base, the arch of your foot. Come back onto your heel, back of heel, and just press down into back of heel. And see how that connects up into sit bone, up into pelvis. Keep pressing down into heel, pull weight to external heel, just like we did in Tadasana. Coming around, pulling pinky out, connecting down through each toe, and coming to the root of your big toe. You should feel a lift through the arch of your foot, maintaining that action of your feet to then pull that energy, strength, stability up through legs. Take your right hand, pull sit bone back and out. Same thing, other side. And again, check and make sure that you have this circle, the heel through edge of foot to big toe, actively connected to the earth to help you lift up through arch, connect to knee, and then connect up into sit bone. Take a few breaths, noticing that connection. Check and make sure that you're not going into lumbar spine as you pull sacrum down and you lift up through pubic bone. So this is basically what we did in Shalabhasana, this idea of lifting internal organs, lengthening through sacrum. And we're going to interlace our thumbs like we did in Shalabhasana. So take your thumbs, interlace your thumbs. And you're going to reach up through your fingers. And reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up. We're going to use our arms to help us lengthen up through that thoracic spine. Take a few breaths, pulling up through fingertips, pressing out through bicep, tricep, lengthening through sacrum, connecting into heel. Keeping that space, we're going to take a deep breath in, expand out through left, right rib cage. Keep that space as you exhale and rotate towards the back of the chair. One more breath in, lift up. Exhale, rotate a little bit more, and then you're going to bring the palms of your hands to the back of the chair. Press palm of hand into back of chair. And we're going to do these cactus arms, right? We want to pull these elbows out away from one another to open up the space between scapula. Take a breath in, lift up through sternum. Exhale, keep the structure of that thoracic spine by pulling out through elbow. 2 more breaths. When you breathe, keep the structure of the rib cage open. And just think about bringing that movement of belly button to the other side. We want to make it an internal action. We're not trying to twist around like the exorcist. And again, bringing the internal organs on the right side over to the left side. We use these blocks to check and make sure that we don't go into the lower spine and the twist. If your knees are aligned, your sacrum and sit bones are aligned. And then we're going to think about our skull. So first, just rotate your skull towards your legs. Pull elbow away. Pull both elbows away. And then from the base of the skull, you can think about from the inside of that palate, start to rotate that skull without moving right shoulder. You want to feel that skull pulling and opening that right clavicle as you rotate chin to left elbow. One more breath in, Marichasana. And exhale, come out, same thing, other side. Lift up through toes, come back onto back of heel. Press down into heel to connect up into sit bone. Observe. Activate inner outer thigh. And then keep pressing down through heel, reach out through edge of foot, through pinky. Keep connecting along the base of those toes out through root of big toe. Noticing that lift of the arch, connecting up into knee, into pelvis. With your left hand, pull that sit bone out and away. You should feel yourself right on the front tip of that sit bone. Again, connect to feet, same action. Connect better up into sit bone, better into pelvis. Lengthen through that sacrum. Feel pubic bone being pulled upward, repeating that same action that we did in Shalabhasana. Interlace thumbs, change the cross of your thumbs. Reach up through fingertips. Pull up, 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 up. Keep your arms in line with your ears. We're not leaning backwards, we're reaching upwards. Press out through arm, straighten through elbow, lengthen through sacrum. Take a breath in, fill up left, right lung. Exhale and lengthen up a little bit more. Do this one more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen, lift and lengthen, lift and lengthen. And on that next exhale, you're going to rotate to the back of that chair. Keep your thumbs interlaced. And again, take a deep breath in, lift up. Noticing that structure of your rib cage, maintaining the space. Exhale, rotate a little bit more. And then bring palms of hands to back of chair. Press palms of hands into back of chair. Pull elbows away from one another. Repeating that same spiral up into armpit, out through elbow. Take a few breaths and just observe this movement of shoulder out away through elbow. Helping you to open through the back of your rib cage, through those scapula, and at the same time, helping you to open through the clavicle. Maintaining this right knee pulled forward. Again, this is why we have the blocks, to help you maintain that awareness of aligned knees, to maintain an aligned sit bone, to maintain aligned sacrum. Feel yourself lifting up through the ears from the inside of the skull. Rotate first to the left side. Still pulling elbows out away from one another. Pressing down into heel, lengthening through sacrum. Maintain this space. And rotate now, skull to right side. Still pulling left shoulder, left clavicle away from the chin. Pull both shoulders down away from one another. Pull both elbows out and away by pressing into chair. Take a few more breaths here. When you breathe in, let your breath help you guide and lift that rib cage up. And as you exhale, bring left internal organ, left-sided belly button over to the right side. And again, remembering we're not going to twist all the way around. We're just trying to move from the inside, from one side to the other side. One more breath, noticing that movement of left internal organ to right side. Separation of clavicle, separation of scapula, lifting up through back of ear. And then release and